Ozzy died. I got something to say about it. That man committed multiple felonies. I went to prison for spitting on a cop. That guy was pooping in elevators in front of people just based on his movie. That guy committed he was infamous for doing massive amounts of drugs, right? And I guess that's America where we highlight the users and then we condemn the dealers. Steven Tyler got parental guardianship of a 16 or 17-year-old and took her on tour. Jimmy Lee Lewis, Chris Brown beat the brakes off Rihanna, and I still got to listen to his shit on the radio. No accountability, everything's hypocrisy, and we wonder why our whole culture, our whole society is falling apart. Is because we have this certain thing where some people can break the rules, some people can't, and then you have a bunch of mediocre MFs believing they can break the rules because they came up with something to justify it in their mind. The boomers, they really sold our future to BlackRock and then sold it to China. China used it to make tofu drag and steal everybody's stuff. They didn't come up with anything new. Anything good out of China came from somewhere else first. They exported all the manufacturing, right? Right? Like old people are like this. They're like, hey, I worked my way through college by working a part-time at my local McDonald's, and it was great. These kids nowadays need to bootstrap up. You do realize, I can't go work at McDonald's and support myself. I used to be able to. What's crazy about the fast food industry is if you go pre-Obama, like early 2000s and the 90s, you had fast food owners and companies, they'd pay you overtime. They had no problem. They'd rather have a clean restaurant and pay overtime than watch their whole industry crash. But Obamacare rolled up along, and now, this one chick, this is a personal friend of mine. She's been working at Burger King for 30 years, and she used to get 50 hours a week at that Burger King. She was a cornerstone of that Burger King. And then Obamacare came along. Now she has to maintain her same income. She has to work at two different burgers. So now she works two jobs. She has no benefits. She drives all day, and she actually ends up laboring more hours if you consider the drive time and the transition and all that. I genuinely feel like, man, it's got to come to a head. I'm a pool guy, right? And I'm in San Antonio, and I've been also I've worked all over the country as a moving guy, so I've been all up in people's properties. I've seen everything they have to offer. If you come to San Antonio and you drop $500,000 on one of these McMansions in one of these high-end neighborhoods, you're wasting your money. You really are.